in a time where we're led to believe that there's confrontation between the United States and China. Why am I reading brand new articles of China's police officers invited to patrol NATO members' streets? Pay attention, we might be being lied to. This follows allegations of China operating clandestine police stations globally, and we've seen this happen. Just last April, Chinese nationals arrested for allegedly running secret police stations in New York City's Manhattan. Pay attention, when you've got NATO partners bringing in Chinese police for law enforcement, and then you've got this happening.
As the situation at the southern border deteriorates, it's not only the overwhelming amounts of illegal migrants causing concern, but where they're from.
Ma'am, where are you from?
China.
China?
China.
China?
Yeah.
China?
Yeah. China.
Chinese nationals becoming the fastest growing group entering the U.S. illegally.
I got a new news article that's gonna have your brain turning. My name is Cohen here at Riverside Homestead, and if you're brand new here, welcome. If you guys are into prepping tips, emergency preparedness, and most of all, news and awareness, stuff that you want to know about, be sure to hit that notification bell so you guys can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. Now, before I show you this NATO EU related article and the Chinese police, let's catch you up with the big coincidence that the nationals are coming across the border.
As the situation at the southern border deteriorates, it's not only the overwhelming amounts of illegal migrants causing concern, but where they're from.
Ma'am, where are you from?
China.
China?
China.
China?
Yeah.
China?
Yeah. China.
Chinese nationals becoming the fastest growing group entering the U.S. illegally.
We need to be very concerned about this, given that China is our number one adversary.
Number one adversary, yet EU and NATO are bringing them in to help patrol streets.
In fiscal year 2021, Border Patrol apprehended 450 Chinese nationals. By 2022, that figure grew to more than 2,000. And in 2023, it surpassed 24,300. In the first few months of 2024, Border Patrol has already apprehended nearly 19,000 Chinese nationals at the southern border.
And those are reported apprehensions. Think about everybody that's getting across that all those open gates that aren't apprehended. This is probably a fraction of the number. And the fact that we're hitting last year's numbers in just the first less than 3 months of this year, think about it.
One possible reason for this dramatic rise is the U.S. restricting visas as tensions between the two nations. In 2016, 2.2 million temporary visas were issued to Chinese migrants. In 2022, that dropped to just 160,000. The Chinese are also much more likely to be granted asylum in the U.S. compared with other applicants.
Given the rapid increase of Chinese nationals crossing the border.
Wait a minute. China, the biggest adversary, at the same time, they're the biggest group that will be awarded asylum in the United States? How does that make any sense?
Given the rapid increase of Chinese nationals crossing the border and how adversarial Beijing acts towards the U.S., we have to assume that much of this is state-sponsored.
And as Republicans sound the alarm on this new phenomenon,
clearly it shows that the border is completely open. Joe Biden wants it open.
Many Democrats chalk it up to political theater.
They're weaponizing immigration. They want to see if they can get votes for it.
In San Francisco, a non-citizen Chinese immigrant was just sworn in to serve on the city's election commission.
That is shocking. Citizenship should matter.
But Americans increasingly see the border as a major issue, and polling shows it's a weak spot for Joe Biden's re-election. The president reportedly weighing issuing an executive order to show he's taking Americans' concerns about the border seriously.
I don't know about you, but this stuff kind of blows my mind. Old Bidenio's probably got plans and motives, which I won't go into on this video. But the fact of the matter is they're coming across in groves. The reported numbers are way lower than the real numbers. And now we've got brand new reports of the EU and the NATO using them as a police force. Check this out. American Military News, at least 6 or more secret Chinese police stations in the US, says the report. You know there's a lot more than that, and a lot of numbers coming in to build up up something possibly big. Like I said, a very concerning part of this is that I'm reading Chinese police officers invited to patrol NATO-membered streets. Let's check this out. Chinese police will soon be patrolling streets alongside local counterparts in Hungarian cities, according to the new agreement. The agreement just a month ago. This official law enforcement presence follows allegations that China has been operating clandestine police stations in dozens of cities worldwide, which basically means secret police stations. In a 2022 report, Spain-based human rights organization Safeguard Defenders detailed how this shadowy network, believed to be part of the Chinese Communist Party, United Frontline Influence apparatus, intermediate and surveil dissidents, asylum seekers, and ethnic minorities living abroad. And now they're going to use the Chinese police to patrol everyone? What in the heck else did this minister say? The minister said police officers from the two countries will in the future be able to carry out patrol duties together, thus helping to improve the communication between the citizens and the authorities of the two countries and improving internal security and public order. Well, when we have a higher population of Chinese in the United States, because they're coming over probably close to 20, 30,000 a month, I can kind of see the same line being played. EU and NATO countries now conspiring with Chinese police. It's already here and hundreds of thousands coming across the border.
China reportedly may have as many as 6 more illegal police stations operating across the country in the name of China in the United States. It all comes as leaked documents reveal the Chinese military could soon deploy a supersonic spy drone unit to get an edge as tensions grow with Taiwan.
Look, guys, I'm just putting the pieces of the puzzle together. Fact of the matter is, it's not just the United States, especially when they're going to go into collaboration in NATO countries. NATO and the EU, which is kind of the puppeteer for what happens here. And we know what direction that they're headed with the whole one world issue. Pay attention, do your own research, put the pieces of the puzzle together, and stay aware. This day and age, we don't know what the heck's gonna happen. Be sure to share this video out, hit the thumbs up if you found value, and watch this video that they slowed the roll on.